Hey everybody, Joe here. I'm going to check out a puzzle today by gwai77. It is called the entropy node. And we have fill all cells with digits between 1 and 9 so that each digit is exactly once in each row, column, and block. Clues at the edge of the grid show the sum of the first x digits, where x is the first digit seen. So if this was a 4, then those 4 would equal 16. Every 2 by 2 square of cells must contain a low, middle, and high digit. And those are all of the rules. And we have a 7 and an 8. A 7 is going to have to be 2. If it was 3, 7 can only be made up in 3 cells of 1, 2, 4. So this will be 2, but this will be 5. 15 could go up to 5 if it wasn't already there. So that is going to be 3 or 4 only. This one cannot be 6, as it would be a minimum of 21. So it will be 3 or 4 only, making a combo. 16 could be 5. 19 could be, if it was 3, this would be 7, 9. That could go up to 5 then. This can go up to 4. That looks like it might interfere. This one can go up to 6. It can't be 3. So it would have 19 and 2 digits. So this will be 4, 5, 6. That is a medium. 8 can be 2 or 3. If it was 3, though, if it was 3, it would have a 4 with it. It would have a 1, 4. And then there could be nothing at the top for the 15. So this will be 2 as well. And then this one can go up to 6, but 6 is there. It can't be 3. So it will be 4 or 5. Okay, so medium, 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 medium. Low, low. If this was 4, this would have to be 1, 2, or 3. Well, if it's 3, though, if it's 3, we would have 7 there. So this would be a max of 6. If it's 3, we'd need 7. This would be a max of 6. So if this was 3, this would be a minimum of 7. So that cannot be 3. If it was 4, I guess that would maybe be okay. If it was 5, these would be 26. I guess that's okay. Um, let's see, there will be a high in one of those. Will be a high in one of those. Needs to be a low around there. Needs to be a low around there. Low could go in the middle. Needs to be a medium around here. This is 3. This is 8 and 9. If it's 4, we have 16 left. This is 3. If this is 3, we would have 12 left. We cannot use 3 or 5. So if that's 3, it has to be 4, 8. So 4 is in this column. If this was 4, though, we'd have 11. If it is 4, and we had 11 in 3 digits, if we used 3, we'd have 8. So we would have to be with 7, 1. So I could probably say the same for 7. I mean for 1. If it was 1, we'd have 10 left. We cannot use 8, 2. We cannot use 6, 4. We cannot use 9, 1. So it would be 7, 3. So it's 4, it's 1, 7, 3. If it's 3, it's 4, 8. So 3 is in one of these top 4 digits. Okay. If that is 4, these two would be 15. They can both be high. But this one could be 6, though. That one could be 9. If that was a 6, that would be high. Then we would need a low there. That is okay. If this was 4, this would be 5. That would be 14. And that would be 6. And we would have 14 to make there. If we used a 3, then we could not make 11 more. If we used a 1, then we would need 13 more without being able to use 9, 4, 8, 5, or 7, 6. So this cannot be 4. So it is 3. That doesn't... can this still not be 5? I guess as long as we didn't use 4, I guess we could have used the 9, 4 then. So maybe. That being 3 though. This would be 6, 1 or 2, 5. If this was 4, this is medium. If that is medium, if that is a medium digit, then we don't have one here, we don't have one here. So we can't put one here, so that would have to be medium. If this is medium, that would have to be medium. And it could not be. So this cannot be medium, so it has to be 2. And that will make this, it'll make this 5, won't it? To equal 10, so that becomes 4. That is medium, that is low. We'll have we need a high right here. Need a high here. Need a high here. Need a high here. Don't know if I like that mark. But, oh well, I will deal with it. This is, if this is 5, we'd have 11 in 4 digits, and that would need a 5. That would be 1, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 5. We couldn't make it without the 1. 2, yeah, everything else would be too high. So that will be 3. And then we'll have 13 here. Which is a high and a medium. Need a low here and a low here. If that was a 6, and we had 16, that's going to do the same thing. If that was a 6, and we need 16 in 5 cells, it would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So that cannot be. 4, 5. There's a 2 along here. If that was 5, 5 would be, 5 would, if that is 5, that is 5. I guess this cannot be 5. So 5 is in one of these spots. And it will be in one of these. 2 is in one of these. If this is low, that would be 3. There is a 3 over here. If that is 3, this is 9, 8. And then if that was 8, 9, the other high could not go there. So it'd have to go here. So both of these 2 by 2s would be good to go. That would put the third high there. That would be medium. It might be okay though. That would be high. Yeah, that could be okay. If that was 4, if that is 3, a 1 would have to go in there. That's alright as well. So what are these? We have 13 left. It can be 5, 8, 6, 7, 4, 9. Ooh, that's a lot. If that was 3, that is 8, 9. If that is 4, we still have a 3. Which would leave 13. We're going to have one of this. So this digit, if this is 4, this digit goes here. So it would be unable. If that, it would have to be one of these. But I guess that's okay though. Alright, so maybe it is worth at least doing this one. 4, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. So if it's 3, it's 8, 9. If it's 4, it's 3 and this number. But if that's 4, that cannot be 4. This just cannot be 4. Because if that was 4, that one couldn't be 4 because that would be 9, and then we would need another 4 in there. So 6, 7, 8, 9. That's if that is 4, though. Oh, wait a minute. What if it's 3? Then this number does not go up there. Hmm. Oh, well, that's still okay in a way, though. Because if this was 3, then a 4 could not go over here. So it still would not be able to go there. If this is 4, then we would need that digit to go there, and those two. So it still can't be 4. So that is true for both numbers. Um, which means that 1, 2, 5 can never be over here. So, and this is 5. Can this be 4? This can be 4 if that is 3. Okay, that is all right. So this is 5, 6, 7, 4. Okay. Um, man, that's confusing a bit. So what was I saying? I was saying something about 1, 2, 5. Is it 1, 2, 5, 6? No. 3 goes over here for sure. 4, not necessarily. The only thing that is true is 1, 2, 5 does not go over here. Or wait, so we have 2, 5 like this. So it will make a combo wombo. That cannot be 2, but it could be 5. That is not. 2 is over here, so 1 will be in this. 1 is in this 2 by 2. 1 is in this Tetris shape, but they're both on the right hand 2 columns, so this needs a 1. We have a low and a medium, so there will be a high in one of those. If these are 8, 9, this cannot be 8, 9 then, because there would have to be a high here. And no matter which one it is, it would give it 3, and then there'd be no room for the other medium or low. So that is 4. And that will make this 3, and that'll make that 4, 8. So there will still be, let me take 8, 9 out of there maybe. So this digit will be up here. So there is, well, it could be 6 though. There's a medium or a high. That is medium. There's a medium over here. There does need to be a medium somewhere in here. There's a low here, a low here, a low here. Okay. That is low. We have a medium and a high. We'll have a low here. We'll have a low here. We need a high here. If this is medium, that is high, and that is low. That would be high. That seems okay. For if that is 5, there's an 8. Otherwise, a 6 or a 7. This is low and medium. If that is low, that would be medium. Low, medium. Oh no, that could be. No, wait, why did I say that? Is that? Why did I say that? If that is low, that would be medium. I'm not sure what I thought there. There is a 4 in one of these. I think my coloring is getting too chaotic. What about this? We have 13 left again. So, can't be 1. We could have 5, 8. We can't have 9, 4. We can have 6, 7. If that is medium, it would be a 5 or a 6. And we would also need a medium here, but that would be a 4. So the medium here would be 4, that would be 5, that would be 6, that would be 7. So that would be 5. 8 would go up here. That all seems like it might be okay. But this thing, these have to be different. What's that gonna do? If this is 8, this digit cannot go there. That digit needs to go there. And that'll go over there somewhere. If this is 6, 7, this is 5, that is 8. These would be 6, 7. 5 would have to go with 4. No, 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 no. Wait. 5, 8. 5 would still go here. That would be okay, perhaps. Hmm. What if that is high then? If that's high, we need one here. No big deal. Um, could always go in the middle. Satisfy all the 2x2s. We know that this is a low and a high. We know that 1 goes in this little quadrant. If 1 is here, one of these will be low. This is going to be the last medium of this column. A medium can't go there. A medium can't go here. Four could go there though. Or here for that matter. Is this high or low? Not sure. We have 1, 2. Oh, this low is going to be 1. If it goes here, then both of these are high. That would be medium. That would be okay. All right. These in a horizontal way. What about this then? If that is 4, and we have 18 to make there, could have 2, 7, 9. So we can't eliminate the 2 out of anything. Got the 6. If the 6 goes up here, it goes there and there. And then that would be, since that would be 6, that would have to be 5. Oh, that wouldn't work. Um, if 6 goes up here, although what if it went there? That just tells me that 6 can't be up here. If 6 go, what about 7 then? If 7 goes up here, then 6 still goes down there. And that would still have to be 8. So that would be 5. And then we could not satisfy these two 2x2s with 6 because it would need to be in one of those. So 7, 6 is not the up and down number. The up and down number is 8 and 5, which is going to put 5 right there. And then it will put an 8 with 3. And then this will become 6, 7. And this will also be 6, 7. This becomes 8 to make the 13 work. And now 8 goes over here. We do know that there is one. I guess 8 could still go in the corner though. It is in one of these. Oh, this needs, oh, I already have that marked as high. If this is low, then that would be a high 7. And that would have to be the 8. That would be 6. What if 6 goes here then? Then 4 could go there and cover. 4 would have to go in the middle. Or no, not necessarily. If 6 goes down here, I think 4 would have to go in the middle. But I also don't see an issue there. If that was 6, do I see an issue? 6 would go here, and it would go there. Not really. Can that be a 1? Sure. There has to be a high down here. If that was high, uh, this is medium. That is high. I know there's a high here. I know there's a high there. Has to be a low there. Oh, this could even be 1. As long as that was 2 and that was 3. Okay. Can 6 go here? Oh yeah, it can. We have 1 high, 2 high, a low and a high. We have the medium. We have a medium and a high. Need a small, although that could be the small. Need a high there. Need a low there, low there, low there. High there. Hmm. Maybe back to if this was 5. Oh, because we did get... If that was 5, then we have 14 in there. I think we would have to use the 1, because the 4 would be here. So we'd have 1 and 13 again. Is 13 some secret number today? And it would be 7-6 again as well. It would be 176 because 8-5 would be blocked here, 9-4 block there. So if this is 4, 5, 6, then we have 15 left. It could be 6, 9 or 8, 7. Okay, so but I already checked if 6 goes down there. I think that would be doable. Oh, this is low. There is a 6 right here. With, uh, there's a 6 here because this is 3, 8. And the other one needs to be high, so the low comes out. So we know this one is low. And that must be 3. Because that's the only low that can go there. So this one becomes high. Now we know those are a high medium. We know there is a low and a high up here. If the low is there, cannot be any more. I'm gonna take that orange out. It's kind of distracting. There's a medium going this way. There needs to be a medium here. If the medium, this cannot be medium because that would have to be low. And we already have all 3 in that row. So that is not medium. That one is. This is 4. This is 8. Does 4 go here? That would be nice and easy. This cannot be medium. So 6 will go somewhere in there. These 2 mediums and a low, that must be high. There will be a low here that I already know can't go there. Wait, didn't I just say that a while ago? I feel like I marked something wrong there. Why did I do that? Oh no, I didn't. I just didn't follow it through. So it started as one of these has to be medium, and if it was that one, that would have to be low. So that's why. Oh, what did I do? I stopped going backwards. Okay, that is still 4. Everything there is good. One of these was medium. And I think I said, if it's that one, that would have to be low. So it can't be that one. So it is this one. I can do one better and say that one of them is small, and it can't be that one, so it has to be that one. Okay. So we have a high here. This will be any. That'll be 7 or 9. This will be any. A 6 is doing this. So 6 and 8 both go up there. And this will be with another high. There will be 2 highs up here. Which makes sense that the highs have to go there. If high goes here, that has to be low. That would be okay. These are one of each, so that can be whatever. Except for low. This needs a high. If that is high, that is low. If that is low, that is high. Oh, this one is high. We have 2 mediums and a low. So then we get the 1 right there. And we can take that out. It could still be high, but not. There's a 6 in this column then. And it goes with another high. So that'll be medium high. There is a 6 along here. There's a low here, a low here, a medium here, a high there, a high there. Can I do any better here now? If that was 4, if that was 4, we'd be at 10 or 11. So we would need 11 or 12 more. So if that was 6, we would need 12 more. We could have 5 here, 7 here, 3, 9. I guess that is quite all right. If it was 4, 7, we'd need 11 more. We could not have 5, 6. We could have 9, 2. And we could have 8, 3 as well. So 4 would work with either number. If it was 5, And we had 11. We need 11 more in 3 numbers. I think we could do that quite easily. 10 or 11 in 3 numbers. I guess that would need 2 lows and a medium, but we could do that. The high could go at the top. If that was a medium, though, we could have no more in the column. Probably okay as well. Is it going to be... I guess I'm not quite done with this one. Maybe I mark these. This needs a low. I don't know. Don't think that matters all of a sudden. This will be a 1 up here. Oh, it has to be here. Those are going to have... Okay, so that is 1, and that is the other high. We get 1 there. This will be a 7 or 9. 7 or 9 will go with 6. 1 goes in the middle. There's a high there. I guess a 2 could still go over here. Needs to be a 3 somewhere as well. A 3 goes in the middle also. But that is fine. If that is high, that is low. Needs to be a low there. We have that possibility. There needs to be a medium here. We have that possibility. Medium here. This cannot be any medium, so this one will be, which is not 2. This could still be 4. 4 does go in this cube. This cube needs a medium. It could still be in the middle. If it's over here, if 4 goes over here and that is 5, 4 could go in the middle and satisfy this 2 by 2. If 4 goes here, that could still be 4, and that could be 5. Great trickery. This can be high or low. Don't have many lows in box 7 yet. Where does 2 go? If 2 goes here, then we can't satisfy this, because 1 can go in neither. So that cannot be 2. So this one is. And then we'll get 2 there. Whoops. It can still be 6. 2 goes up here. This cannot be low. What is left over here? 1679. So 1 is over here. It can go in either. If that is low, that is medium. High would be satisfied. I think mediums would all be satisfied. If that is low, that is medium. 6 would still go somewhere. And another high. I think that would be all good. If that is high, that would be okay too. All right. Can make a combo up here. Where is 5? Oh, never mind. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. Not quite. Oh, pretty far off, actually. Well, not really. Far enough that it's not going to do anything, though, which is the important bit. Let's see. Is that 8? Is that 8? If that is 8, we have a 7, 9 here. If that is 8, that is not high. That would be high. That would be 4. That would be all good from the looks of it. that would be 6, which would put a 6 down there. If does this number go here? I guess it could go there. Uh, if that goes like, actually, if this goes over here, it would have to go there. Oh, right, but it could go there. If it's 7, but that would be okay. If it's 6, though, it does go there. Okay, can 6 go here? I don't see why not. All right, then. Hmm. What am I not following up on? Just 22 and 21. They have too many possibilities. I don't feel like I've done much since the last time I've looked at them. There's a 4 down here. This is a 4 or a 5, not 6. We have a combo. Okay. So now, if this is 4, since we have a combo here, we can't reuse it. If that is 4 and that is 6, we have 12 left to go. It cannot be 7, 5, cannot be, it would have to be 9, 3, which is fine. Which would make that 7, which would make that 6. If it was 7, we need 11 more. Could not be 5, 6. Could not be 7, 4. It could be 9, 2 or 8, 3. If it was 5 and we had 11, needing 11, if we had 1, we could not use 6, 4. It could be 8, 2 or 7, 3. If we had 2, we'd have 9 more. And that could be 8, 1. It has a lot of possibles, I think. Can that be medium? Oh, I know 6 is up here. I know one of those is there. This cube does need a medium. I guess it depends where 6 goes, though. If it has to be in the middle. I guess it could be down here. As long as if 6 was there, especially. The 6 could be here, and 5 could be in one of those, though it's also possible. If that is medium, that would be high. Be a 7-9 combo. It would also be that one. So it would go there. So it would be 9. That's if that is medium. Can I go farther? I don't think I can. So if that is a medium, that is high, that would be 1. That would be a 7-9. So that would have to be medium. So that would be 7. It's too much. So that would be 6. There is a 7-9 here, though. Uh, I mean, it could still be in either place. One of them is here. It could go there. Or one of them is here. It could go there. Either way around, we'll put the 7-9 over here, but that could still be 6. 7-9 could still be down here. That is still medium or high. If this is medium, that would be okay. If this is medium, That becomes high. That becomes medium. There will be a high here. That would have to be high. All the mediums would be done. That would be low. And there would be another low here. That seems okay. If that was high, that would be high. There would need to be the last medium here. So that would be high. Did I say that would be high in both cases? I said that would be high. If that was high, that becomes medium, that becomes high. The last medium would be there. If that is medium, that becomes high, that becomes medium, and that would be high. So that is high. So it is not 6. There is a medium here, but it could go right in the middle and still be, that could still be 6. That could be 5. That could be 4. All the 2x2s would be good. There's a high there, medium's there. But, I mean, that could still be 7 or 9 as well. We're getting closer to a combo, I guess. But then also, okay, I think there had to be a high here with these, though. No. No matter what this is, it's gonna finish. Like if it's high, no more highs. If it's low, no more lows. Does that matter? I mean, probably not. This can't be medium. Could it be high? Is there any world where that would be true? Both of those would be low. No. If this is high, that becomes medium. Both of these become low, and they're sitting next to a low. So that cannot. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I am happy with that. If this is medium, then it has to be 4. And then the last medium in this 3x3 would have to go here. But it would also have to be 4. Now, if this is high, then that would give us 3 highs. Well, either way I look at it, if this is medium, then the mediums are done there. And that would be high, so the highs would be done. And if it's high, the same thing happens. So this is low. It can still be any low. It can be 1, 2, or 3. Have I done Sudoku, like, at all? I mean, I'm sure I have a little bit, but slightly joking there. I haven't done it in a while, though. I feel like that is true. Three. 3 is in this little cube. That needs to be interesting to me. Is it pushing 1 over here? 1 could go there still. It does not need to. Might be something to try and remember. I've already forgot what I was talking about. 3 is in this little area. Okay. 4. 4 is in there. 5. I don't think Sudoku is the answer yet. Or I'm looking at it incorrectly. Perhaps. 8. I don't have any 9s. Okay. So I've thought about, well, now I have a blue here though. So there will be 1 blue here, and then whatever that one is not. Okay. So if that was 4, and we had 10, or maybe let's do maximum here. If that was 5, 7, that would be 12. I think we're going to need a high here, no matter how you slice it. If this is 5, 7, we have 12 and need 10, that would be high. If we had, and I think it would go down the other way, right? Oh, wait, that would not be. If we had 4, 6, and we have 10, needing 12 more, then that would be high. If we had 4, 7, 11 plus 3, 14, that would still be high. So if this is 4, that has to be high. So it would be 4, 6. And then it would be 10, needing 19 more, or needing 12 more. So it'd be 3, 9. If it was 5, though, we're using 2, which would be another small. We could definitely have a small here, and then a small somewhere there. So if it is 5, 6. I guess it doesn't, I mean, I guess it's, if it's 5, 7. If it is 5, 7, we have 12, needing 10 more. Can we make that with a medium and a low? 5, 7, 10 more. Medium, low, low. Yes, absolutely. It'd have to be 6, though. 6, 1, 3. And that would be totally doable. There is one low here, though. So there is one low over here. Can go anywhere, though. Okay, so that one is still unsure. It's eluding me. This one, if it was 4, we have 15 left. It must be high. Or medium high. Medium high. Would mean it was 6. If it was 5, we have 7. And 1 would have to be here. Maybe I should just write this out. It seems like so much. If that is 4, and that is 2, we have 15 left. We can have 6, 9, or 7, 8. If that is 5, we're at 7, needing 14. We would have to have 1, 6 over here, and then a 7 there. So that is high, because that can't be 1 or 6. Okay, okay. That one we're unsure about now. We do know that a low goes here, but if that could be 3, still satisfy all the boxes. This can be 1. We do know a low is here. Okay, these are also not complete. I guess that one is, but these are not complete pencil marks. I must remember that. So what little 2 by 2 is missing some marks is a good question. There cannot be another high in this 2 by 2. So there will be a high along here. I don't think that helps me at all yet. Needs to be a medium there. That one cannot be either. If this had a 4 in it, that would be 5. 5 would be up there. And then 6 would have to go down. What did I just say? If this had a 4 and that was 5, 5 would be up here. Well, 6 would be down there, so that is quite alright. Did 4 work with 7? 11 needing 11. 3, 8 would work. Okay. So much for that. Is that 8? That would be high. So that would be 6. That would be 7. 9 would be over there somewhere. Seems okay though. If this was low, would have to be 3. Then 1 would have to go over there. I think that would be okay. If that is medium, 4 is along here somewhere. We'd have 4 and 2 highs. And we would need a low, which could be 2, could be the 1. Those, they can still be high, yes. 7, 9. 1 would be in the middle. 8 and 6 would be on the right. All the 2x2s would be good. It seems all good. What about if this was high? Can those 2? Yeah, even these 2 could be high. If this one is high, 1 is there, and then it would be unable. If 1 is here, then that has to be 4. If 1 is here, that changes that to 4. So, I don't think. I guess 6 could still go down there, though. It would go right here if that was 4. Or it could even be 6, 9. Hmm. It's too much. I need more. I need more puzzle. Um, what I could do is try looking in the correct spot. I haven't done that for a while, I feel. What did I say here? 1579. This one cannot be 5 or 7. This is 1 or 9. What does that do? If that's high, there would be no more highs. If it's low, whatever this is, there's no more of. So all that really means is that this and this cannot be the same. Does not say much more than that. This is low or high. If this is 1, 5, that would be high. That would be 6. There would be medium here. All the 2x2s would be good. That would be 4. So that would be 5. That would be 4. Again, all the 2x2s would be good. That would be 9. I think that would still be good. If that is low, it is 1. Can 1 go here? If 1 does go here, 3 would have to go there. But that could be 3. 3 would then go in one of those. 1 could still go down there. Wait a minute. What am I saying here? I'm saying if that was 1, 1 would be over here. This 2x2, it would need a 3. I'm saying if that is 1, so this, oh, either one of those could be 3. Uh, no. That one would have to be 3 because that would be 1. So 3 would be there, there. One would be there. That would be 6. There would be 2 highs and a medium over here. So 4 would be over here. So 4 would have to go there. So that would be 5. So 3, 5 would be a combo up here. That would be 4. Now I'm so far ahead that I've lost track. If that is medium, that has to be high. Okay, if that is medium, that has to be high. That would be low. Medium, high, low. Last low would be there. With a medium. With a 4. That seems alright. Hmm. If one does go down here, needs to be a medium in here somewhere. Wow, what a puzzle. If this is high, if this is high, that is high. But that wouldn't make it the same numerical digit necessarily. That could be 7, that could be 9. If it's medium though, if it is a 6, it would have to be a 6. Alright. If this is 6, it would make that a medium because there would be a high here. Right. But it seems totally fine. But if this is 7, could that not be 9? Or it could be 9. 7 could go down here. which is where the confusion sets in. If this is medium, that is medium. If this is high, that is high. So could it actually go here? I think it could. And this high could go over there and be there. That would be fine. This high is over here. But what if it is that one? What if that is 7? It would be linked with 4 here. That would be 6. It's about as far as I get. So, I'm not sure. What if this was 7? It's not going to do anything better. I need to be more productive on where the entropy digits go. Below there, that can be anything. Below there, that can be anything though. I have a high there and a high there. If high is here, can this actually be high? If this was high, then that too would have to be high. If this is high, that has to be high, and that has to be high. This would be 4. Of course, that would be high. I guess, but then that one would be medium, so that would be 6. So that would be high. So that would be 1. That would be high. That would be high. That would be medium. The high could not go here, so that would be high. That is high. That is high. So that would be high. Could be either one of those still. Neither one of those. There would need to be two up here. That one would be high. So there would have to be one here. Oh, is that not going to be enough? Those would be high, so that would be low. That would be medium. That would be medium. That would be medium. That would be 1. Uh, that looked fine up until then, which was pretty dang far, I feel. That is high. Makes both those medium. If that's medium, it makes both those high. I don't see how to follow that through. We have all the combinations here. Did I try if this is a 1? Yeah, I did. I remember that. It needs to be a medium here. The mediums sit diagonal then, in box 3. If it sits like this, that is low. 5, 2, 6. That would be 6. 2 would be in the middle. 1, 2, 3. That would be high. That would be 6. That would be high. That would be high. That would be medium. That would be okay. That would be high. Can 5 go here? I guess it would depend where it goes. Down there, though, I would make that 4. That is high. Does there need to be a medium over here? It would be the last one. That could be low or high. If this is low, there's 2 highs here. There would be a high there, and either one of those. Not enough. These cannot both be high. Does that mean anything? It means that one of these are high, or both of them are high. Is there an issue if both of them are high? Doesn't look that way. Not immediately, anyhow. Man, this is wild. Where am I overlooking? Is there really this 21 and 22? I don't feel like I have enough to go on yet. If it's 4, 6, there's 12 left. Alright, if it is 4, 6, there's 12 left. It would have to be 3 and 9. If it is 4, 7, there is 11 left. It could be 2 or 3. and be 8 or 9. If it is 5, 6, we're at 11, needing 11, but this time with 3 digits. If it was 1 at the bottom, we would need 10 more here. Could not use 8, 2. We could not use 9, 1. It would have to be with 7, 3. Could not use 6, 4. But I just said that would be with 7, 3. But that would be 7. So if that was 4, no, that was with 5. If that was 5, no, that was with 6. If that was 5, it was 6. We're at 11. If that was 1, we need 10 more. That could be 7, 3. Okay, if it was 12, we're needing 10. No, if it was 11 and we need 11 and we're with 2, we need 9 more. Can't use 4, 5. Couldn't use 6, 3. Can't use 7, 2. It would be 8, 1. Then if it was 5, 6, with 3, we're at 14, needing 8. We cannot use 5, 3. We cannot use 6, 2. So it would be 7, 1. If we're at 5, 7 now, 12, 13, 5, 7 with 1 at the bottom. 13 needing 9. Could not be 5, 4. Now it could be 6, 3. Could not be 7, 2. Could not be 8, 1. If we're at 5, 7 with 2, we're at 13. We're at 14, needing 8. Cannot use 6, 2. It would be 7, 1 again. If we're at 5, 7 with 3, we're at 15, needing 7. Cannot use 4, 3. Cannot use 5, 2. It would be 6, 1. So these are all the digits. So 4 is not in there. Well, no shit. 4 and 5 won't be in there because they're making combos in the row column. Everything else is in there. There was like one. Was there any possibility of 8, 1? If it was 4, 6, 3, 8, 1 would have been possible. Yeah, so I can't even say that this one goes there. It's a high-low or a medium-low. 6 would be the only medium available, however. If these are both high, a high would have to go in one of those. But that's no big deal, is it? I don't think so. If this is high, that is high. Well, why can't that just be high? If this is low, this would need a medium and a high. One of these are low. Which means if this, which means that between the other two, it will be a medium and a high. So if there is a 6 here, this has to be high. If there is a high here, that has to be medium. So if there was a high here, 6 would go there and go there. If there was a medium over here, it would be 6. This would be 7. That would be 6. This would be high, but why couldn't it be 9? And I think that it could. But these will be sort of in a funky array of whatever is over here with low. Low is for sure. And then if this side gets a medium, that is high. If this side gets a high, that is medium. Ah, but this is this has to be low. I just now saw that. So that That is 1 or 3 then. That is not a combo here. That could be 2. So this cannot be 1 or 3. No, and I think I did this wrong anyway. No, I didn't. That is low because those 3, that one definitely was 6, 7, or 9. Because 1 is down there. So this bit was true. So this can't be 4 then, because now I know that's low. Oh man. I'm not trying to say finally or anything. Um, so this is no longer, okay, this is no longer a good mark. This can still be 6, 7, or 8. And it's only 6 if this one is 9. Because we have 6, we need 15 left. This one, this became 4 as well. That one could still be 5. 5 could still go down here at the bottom though, as long as that was 6. But it could be. And if this is medium, no, that's not right. Right, I said these were opposite, yeah. If that's high, that's medium. If that's medium, it's high, okay. So, so we do have, not that it matters, but we do have a combo. This one can't be 2. That one can, though. So can that one. If this is high, would have a medium there. If it's medium, whatever. Okay, so we have a low here. We have a low here. Both of those could be satisfied with 2. Okay, let me refine this maybe. If this was 5, 6, we're at 11. If this was 12, then we would need 10 more. It would have to be the 7, 3. If it was 11, 12, 13, we would need 9 more. That was with 2. It'd have to be 8, 1. it was 11, 12, 13, 14. We'd have 8 more. Could not be 6, 2, could not be 5, 3. It'd be 7, 1 again. I mean, was 9 ever a thing here? We're adding 11 or 12. The the most that we would have to add is 11, 12 is 10. So 9 is never a thing. So this is just 6, 7, 8. This is 1 or 3. And that's just the way it is. So that is refined. And then this side, if this is medium, if this is medium 6, then that has to be high. So 4 can go in here. That would be 6, 4, and 2 highs, which would put 2 there, which would make that a 1, 3. That would be 5, 6, 7, needing 15 more. So it'd have to be 8, 6, 1. 5, 6, 16 more. How do I make it? 6, 7, 3. 5, 6, 7, 15 more. 8, 6, 1. Five, 6, 7, 8. 14 more. 6, 7, 1. There's one there with the 8. 8, 6, 1. There's even a 7, 6, 1, I think. 7, 6, 3 as well. Mm, I can't cut anything out from any of that. At least I don't think so. That is crazy. If this is, yeah, these two are the same. These two are the same. If that is high, we have a low and medium here. If that was high, that's all good. We do have a low here. The 4 gives me a 6, 4 in the middle. So I can't have that one. So this one becomes 5. Okay. Now this one becomes high. And now this one becomes low. So that is 1. That is 7, 9. We have a 3. And so that goes there. And this will be high. It'll be a 7, 9. Good. That will be high then. This will become 9. And that will become 7. Okay. Now we're moving. That is high. There needs to be a 3 in here. There needs to be a 1 right there. Now this cannot be 1, which I'm sure would mean something to the astute. This is high, 7 or 9. Got a 7 here now. We finally get some things there. These became 6, which makes that 6, which makes that 8. And now that is high. That is also high. Now this does not have 6. So this is high. That one comes out. It could still be high, but not necessarily. There still needs to be a high next to this set. Needs to be a high next to this set. Needs to be a low and a medium. There. If that is low, that has to be medium. That is fine. I don't know about that one at the moment. 3 can go in either place. This one could probably... 7, 8 only leaves one number, 9. So that is high. That is now unknown. But we do need... We can't have a high here. So there will be a high in one of these. But there needs to be a high here as well. So it has to go there. So that will be 8. 7 and 9 are already in the row. That becomes 8 then. These will be a low and a medium, so there'll be 2, 4. Or, wait. There'll be 4 for sure. But it could be a 3 though. Could be a 3. And then this one will be low, 1. Okay. So 4 will go here, because it needs a medium. Needs to be a low here, which has to be a 3, which can only go here. Sees the 1, both rows see the 2, and the top one sees the 3 already. So that becomes 3, which is low. Now this has to be medium for this cube. And that can still be 4 or 6, but this one becomes 1. We have 14, 15, 22. That becomes 3. That becomes 9, 7. And now we're doing it. That one has to be medium now. So it has to be 4. We'll have a medium and a high. This needs a high for the column. So it will be the 9. And this will be, oh no, that'll be high as well. And that will be 7. Okay. 8 goes there then. And now that cannot be high because high needs to be in one of these, and it will be a 7. There still needs to be, there needs to be a 2 along here. So this will be 2. That is low. This one will become medium. That has to be 5. This cannot be low now. It is medium. That becomes 4. This becomes 9. 9 is high. That is 4. And this is 3. All right. This becomes 9, that becomes 6. Gotta keep coloring at this point. I believe I said that, yes, these are diagonal. So this, because this had to have a medium. So that is 2, that is 5, that is 2, 6. This will be 7. So that will be 7. That will be 1. And now we just have 1 digit left. And it's going to be a 5. That was a very cool puzzle. I did find that extremely challenging around this. I guess it was this 2122. I don't know if I was just missing something or if that was just hard. And maybe it was just hard. But yeah, I did enjoy it still. That was the entropy node by gwai77. Check it out for yourself. There will be a link below in the description. And like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.